Hi all, this is Dr. Sage Breslin and this is Wisdom Wednesdays. One of the most common questions I get is, when is my ex ever going to stop bugging me, stalking me, showing up at my door? And I have a really simple answer. Never. That is the thing about narcissists, unfortunately. They don't stop. It's not in their best interest to stop. They don't have their own internal power source. They feed off others, and you have been a terrific power source. You're amazing, and you are like food of the gods. So why in the world would he or she stop feeding off you, stop plugging into you? Why would they ever pull out their tentacles? And honestly, I know it's a heinous answer, but they're not. Okay, so just take a breath. They're not ever going to stop. So what do you do about that? If you have to stay in the same vicinity, for instance, if you share children and you have to stay in a certain number of miles distance away from your co-parenting narcissistic ex, then you got to start thinking about, how do you create a sanctuary for yourself? Can you live in a home that he or she doesn't know about or doesn't have the address to? Can you make sure, if you have children, that drop-offs or exchanges are done in a public place, a library, hell, the police station if you have to? If you can live in a different community, you're much less likely to bump into your ex at the grocery store or the gas station or the bank even. My suggestion is, if you have to live within 10 or 15 miles of your narcissistic ex, try to carve out a space that really is yours to the extent that you can. Do everything you can to switch gears from the life you used to lead. And that's going to take some energy that you may not have if you've just exited. But look, it comes back. The further you get away, the more that energy will come back to you. You will be more capable with time and with resources, with support, with a loving community that can wrap you up in their arms so that it doesn't feel like such a drain every time you walk out of the house. And believe me, I know. I remember what it was like when I was just dreading leaving the house every moment, because where was he going to appear? And frankly, it didn't matter, because guess what? He appeared at my door. I changed the locks 3 times, and he still waited until that moment when the kids left the door unlocked, and in he waltzed, as if 10 years hadn't passed. So I really know it from my heart. They don't change. There's no motivation to change. So please, if you must live in the vicinity, if you are co-parenting and that requires for you to be in the vicinity, really do your best to try to create a moat around you, try to create a community around you. Try to create that sanctuary as much as you can. And if you don't have to live near your ex, get out of Dodge. I don't say that lightly. There is something exhilarating about being in a place where nobody knows your name, where you can reinvent yourself, where you can create a new life. And I know it sounds awful. It sounds like so draining. It sounds like, how could I possibly do that? And yet, when you do that and you are restored, if you're an old soul woman and you've been through our rose system, or you want to be a participant in our rose system, you will see what it's like when you are reactivated at your core, when your old soul is finally back in the driver's seat again, when you are making the decisions about your life, when your mojo is back and you feel exhilarated and replenished and reinvigorated. And when you are re-empowered, you will have the energy to just create the separation that you deserve so that you can live your life without looking over your shoulder, without always looking behind your back, without always wondering, when is he or she going to appear? So if you've got it as an option, you just might want to get out of Dodge. This is Wisdom Wednesdays, and this is Dr. Sage Breslin. I am here for you. Have a great day or evening.